In a peaceful kingdom nestled between lush valleys and sparkling rivers, Princess Marisol was known for her kind heart and adventurous spirit. Her golden hair shimmered like the sun, and her smile could warm even the coldest of days. The people of her kingdom adored her, and she was always eager to explore the world beyond the castle walls. But little did she know, her greatest adventure was about to begin far above the clouds. One summer afternoon, while riding her white horse Luna through the meadows, Princess Marisol noticed something unusual. Dark, heavy clouds were gathering in the sky, casting shadows across the land. The air felt thick, and a strong wind began to stir. Birds fluttered anxiously, and animals scurried for shelter. "Strange," Marisol whispered to herself, patting Luna's side. It was sunny just moments ago. As she rode further, the winds picked up, swirling leaves and dust around her. Suddenly, a soft voice called from above. "Princess Marisol, help us!" She looked up and gasped. Hovering just above her head was a group of tiny shimmering fairies, their wings sparkling like dewdrops. They wore gossamer gowns that flowed like the softest clouds, and their hair seemed to float as if caught in a gentle breeze. These were no ordinary fairies. They were the Cloud Fairies, the magical beings who controlled the weather. "Please come with us," one of the fairies urged, her voice as soft as the wind. Without hesitation, Princess Marisol reached out her hand, and the fairies lifted her gently into the air. Higher and higher they flew, past the treetops and into the sky, where the clouds swirled in a magical realm that seemed hidden from the eyes of ordinary people. When they landed on a fluffy cloud, Marisol was amazed. The world above the clouds was unlike anything she had ever seen. There were castles made of mist, waterfalls that flowed in every direction, and rainbows that danced through the sky like ribbons. But despite the beauty, something was wrong. The clouds were dark and angry, and lightning crackled in the distance. "What's happening?" Marisol asked, looking at the storm brewing around them. A fairy with silver wings stepped forward. "I am Cirrus, the leader of the Cloud Fairies. We control the weather in your kingdom, and something terrible has happened. Our magic is fading, and we can no longer calm the storm. If we don't stop it soon, your kingdom will be destroyed by endless rain and wind." Marisol's heart sank. Her people depended on the gentle rain to water their crops and the sunshine to warm their homes. Without the balance of weather, the kingdom would be in danger. "But how can I help?" Marisol asked. "I don't have the power to control the weather." Cirrus smiled kindly. "You have something far more important than magic, princess. You have courage, kindness, and a heart that believes in the impossible. With your help, we can regain control of our powers and restore balance." Marisol nodded, determination shining in her eyes. "Tell me what I need to do." Cirrus explained that the Cloud Fairies' power came from a special crystal known as the Heart of the Sky, which was hidden deep within the storm clouds. Over time, the crystal had lost its light, and without it, the fairies couldn't control the weather. To restore the crystal's light, they needed someone brave enough to journey through the storm, find the heart of the sky, and return it to its rightful place in the Cloud Castle. "I will go," Marisol declared without hesitation. "But be warned," Cirrus said softly. "The storm clouds are treacherous, and the journey will not be easy. You will face strong winds, freezing rain, and lightning, but you must not give up." With that, the fairies gave Marisol a cloak made of the finest clouds to protect her from the storm. They also gave her a small, glowing feather, a piece of their own magic to guide her when the path seemed unclear. Taking a deep breath, Princess Marisol set off towards the heart of the storm. The wind howled around her, and the rain fell in icy sheets. Thunder roared, and flashes of lightning lit up the sky. But Marisol pressed on, her cloak billowing behind her as she climbed higher and higher into the swirling clouds. The storm raged with fury, and at times Marisol felt as though the wind might sweep her away. But each time she faltered, she held the glowing feather tightly in her hand, reminding herself of the Cloud Fairies and her kingdom. She couldn't let them down. After what felt like hours of battling the storm, Marisol finally reached the center of the dark clouds. In the midst of the swirling chaos, she saw it, the heart of the sky. It was a large crystal orb, glowing faintly with a dim blue light. But as Marisol approached, she realized that the storm was coming from the crystal itself. It pulsed with energy, sending out waves of lightning and wind. Cautiously, Marisol reached out her hand. The crystal was cold to the touch, and as she held it, she could feel its sadness. The heart of the sky had been abandoned for too long, and its light had dimmed because it had forgotten the joy of controlling the weather. Marisol closed her eyes and spoke softly to the crystal. "You are the heart of the sky, the keeper of balance and harmony. Without you, the world cannot thrive. But you are not alone. The fairies need you, and so does the kingdom. Come back to us, shine bright once more." As her words filled the air, something magical happened. The crystal began to glow brighter and brighter, its light growing warm and golden. The storm clouds around her started to calm, and the wind softened into a gentle breeze. The lightning disappeared, replaced by soft rays of sunlight breaking through the clouds. Marisol smiled, her heart soaring with hope. She had done it, the heart of the sky was restored. With the crystal in her hands, Marisol made her way back to the cloud castle. The fairies greeted her with cheers of joy, their wings sparkling in the sunlight. Cirrus flew to her side, tears of gratitude in her eyes. "You have saved us, Princess Marisol," Cirrus said, her voice full of emotion. "Because of your bravery, the balance has been restored. The heart of the sky shines once more, and with it, our powers have returned." The fairies danced and twirled through the air, their magic once again flowing through the clouds, bringing gentle rain to the fields and sunshine to the valleys below. As a token of their gratitude, Cirrus placed a small, shimmering crown made of cloud and rainbow upon Marisol's head. "You are now an honorary cloud fairy," she said with a smile. "Whenever you need us, we will be there, and the sky will always answer your call." Marisol beamed with happiness, knowing that she had made lifelong friends in the cloud fairies. When she returned to her kingdom, the sky was clear, and the fields were green and vibrant. The people cheered as they saw their princess safe and triumphant. They didn't know of the great adventure she had been on, but they felt the peace in the air, the balance restored to their world. From that day on, whenever a storm gathered in the sky, Princess Marisol would look up and smile, knowing that the cloud fairies were watching over her kingdom, and she had played a part in keeping their magic alive. And so, the story of Princess Marisol and the cloud fairies became a legend, reminding everyone that courage, kindness, and the willingness to help others are the greatest powers of all.